Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Lay Woman's Point of View. Good evening to all women everywhere. Today is International Women's Day. Our guest today is Dian Glasgow Douglas, and she's the content creator for Are We Story Got Melody, AWE. But this time I'll have her introduce herself and tell us more about what she does.
Hi guys, good afternoon. I am Dion and it's great to be here with the laywoman's point of view to do this interview. I do empowerment using Guyanese culture. What I do is try to make the people of my country become aware of their culture and their identity. So that's the work.
Today we're going to be discussing self-care.
Yes.
And I think it's poignant because it's Women International Day. And so what exactly is self-care, Diane? What exactly is self-care?
Well, I want to use like an experience that I have had to describe self care. When my children were 9 and 11 years old, I sat them down and I said, what will you remember me for? The things that they said made me cry. And it was in that moment that I realized that my grandmother and my mother and all those generation, whatever they have gone through, I was repeating the pattern. To me,
Mm-hmm.
self care is breaking any kind of traumatic cycle that you have so that you can serve the world
Okay.
with the best version of yourself.
What additional things can you recommend in terms of self-care to our listeners?
All right, so I'm going to do them like in a list form.
Mm-hmm.
So I would say the first journey you need to go on is the journey of becoming aware of your thinking. Know what thoughts are going through your mind at any time.
Okay.
Know what triggers you. Like when you get angry, what was happening prior to that? When you became defensive, what was happening prior to that? Know your patterns because as women, we are crucial to the pulse of the world, and
Okay.
that starts from in our family. So I would say that's the first thing. Just be a person who is very aware of your thoughts and your triggers. I would say that's like the first thing.
Okay. But what would be the second?
Okay, excellent. So the second thing for me personally is becoming aware of the power of my words.
Okay.
I was repeating, and this is one thing I had said. I had said that I don't want to become my mother.
Yes.
And then I realized that I had become my mother.
Okay.
And I was repeating the things that she said to me, I was repeating them to my children
Right.
until I engage in the work of controlling and bridling my tongue.
Yes.
So I really decided by started saying things. I said, life is in the power of my tongue.
Yes.
I
There's
didn't even
life and
say
death in
life
the
and death. I
tongue.
just say
Yes.
life is in the power of the tongue.
Yes.
And then I'm very conscious of the input, I like to call them the deposits that I make in people's life
Yes.
and the withdrawals because every time I speak, I know it's either deposit or withdrawal. Now, I'm not always doing deposits
Mm-hmm.
because sometimes, based on where I am in my trauma and how I'm feeling, if I feel threatened, then I react.
Yes.
But
Okay.
I want to be conscious. Yes.
Okay. What additional experiences can you give to
Share.
share to our
Yes.
audience?
I want to talk about when I was a child growing up in Guyana, one of the things that it did to us was they used to beat us and then we couldn't cry. So they would beat you and then when they finish, if you cry, they would say, you want something for cry? Fix not have. They would say, you want something to cry? Fix your face.
Okay.
And what that did to me is it actually made me into a person
Suppressing.
who suppress my feelings.
Okay.
And so I had to engage in the work. And it's really a difficult work. When you were all your life people try to numb you down and tell you, don't speak, don't share your feelings, don't talk about your feelings. Imagine now, in my 50s, I am striving to develop the kind of communications that are necessary to ensure that I'm taking care of myself. And I think being able to express yourself as a woman is very important, because I like to say you have to be this voice for every part of your body.
Yes.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So being a voice,
Yes.
being expressive, being able to communicate is
Yes.
all a part of self-care.
Yes, I truly believe so. I
Okay.
truly believe so.
What else can we give to our listen audience?
Okay.
Not only women, but
Okay.
we have some men in our audience as well. So yes.
Exactly. I think that for the men, I know that men have their own issues that they're dealing with, but if you want to be a helper for the woman in your life, I would say don't let a woman go on the journey by herself of self care and developing herself. Accompany that woman on the journey. If you see she's listening to something, and I should talk about that, I should talk about one of the first things that you have to do is have a source. A woman must have a source where she gets her strength and where
Hmm.
she gets refilled.
Yes.
And that
You cannot
source,
serve from an empty cup.
exactly.
Yes.
And
Hmm.
that source can be a spiritual source, and the spiritual source, it can be prayer, it can be listening to whatever it is that fills your cup, but you
Yes.
must have a source where you go to become refilled. Sometimes women don't have that source and they depend on other women around them to fill that space. And if you're in a space with a lot of women who are striving to find themselves and they are very toxic, they cannot give you the validation that you're looking for.
Okay.
So the best thing to do is to have that source. And as I'm saying to the men, when your wife is going on that journey of refilling herself, you go on that journey too, so that you can refill yourself. Because if we come to relationship empty, and this is where self-care comes in, if you come to a relationship empty, or you come to any particular situation empty, everything will irritate you, everything will get you angry. You are going to be angry at the slightest thing. And instead of making deposits in people's life, those around you, people won't want you around them.
Yes.
Because everything is also, I know people don't believe about energy, but everything is about what you exude. And if what you're exuding is not building people up, if it's repelling people, people are going to move. So you have to work on being a place of peace
Yes.
for people.
Okay. Uh, on a lighter note,
Yes.
what about other aspects of self care in terms of spa treatments and things that are, it's physical care,
Yes,
physical
yes. I
care,
mean, like taking
care
care
of
of
your
your physical
physical. Yes.
self. Yes. I truly believe in that, even though I myself do not engage in it as much
Much as
as
I
I
should.
should. I truly believe in that. But I know for me, one of the things, and I know it might not even be considered self care, but they have shown that women who have gone through a lot of trauma, especially childhood trauma, one of the things that they should do is find some kind of artistic outlet.
Hmm.
It can be doing art, it can be doing gardening, but find a way to soothe. Because you can soothe with different things. You can soothe with drugs, you can soothe with alcohol, you can soothe by
But we would
smoking.
not like those.
Exactly.
Yes.
So those are not, if you're thinking, okay, my self care is to go and smoke a cigarette, no,
No.
it's not, because at the same time, you're causing detriment to the body.
Yes.
So you want to find something, like my friends say, a spa where you just go and you allow someone
Yeah.
else to just take care of you.
Right.
Especially for those of us who, as women who grew up in the Caribbean, whose parents didn't like to see us sit down. They didn't like when we sit down. They always thought when we sat down we were lazy. And so they always had us working, working, working. You couldn't take a rest. And so you grow up and you just feel like you have to keep going,
Right.
going, going, going. So a spa gives you a chance to just step back,
Right.
relax, and just enjoy
Right.
life. Yes.
And on a simpler note, if you
Mm-hmm.
cannot afford a spa,
Yeah.
which could run, pretty expensive in the parts of the world where we live,
Yes.
you could soak your feet in Epsom salt.
Yes.
You could soak your hands in, warm water.
Yes.
Simple things just to take 15, 20 minutes time away just for yourself.
Yeah, and I would say also that you have some fantastic products that are good for the spa. I mean,
Yes.
this woman is ultra creative when
Okay.
it comes to like body butter, the kind of soap. Like her stuff is not just about buying skincare product. It's about an experience. Really, it's about
Right.
an experience.
And
Yes.
that's coming soon. We'll mention that where
Mm-hmm.
you can get it. Right now, we're having our websites reworked.
Mm-hmm.
So, in another week or so, we'll be able to come back and let you know where you can get products,
Mm-hmm.
and things of that nature.
Yes.
And that company is Back is All Natural, but we are having the website redone at this time.
Mm-hmm.
So, is there anything else you'd like to say to our audience today, or
Of
that will?
course, I
Mm-hmm.
think I always like to leave people with something. And one of the things I will say, this is what I will leave you with. Self care is about setting boundaries in your
Yes.
life. In this world, there are givers and there are takers.
Yes.
You want to make sure that if you're in a giver taker relationship, it is reciprocal. That when you give, you can also take.
Yes.
And there are many people who will not respect your boundary, but you have to be strong and establish your boundary. You have to learn how to say no. I think that is something as women, we were taught to say yes, even to things that we don't agree with, even to things that we don't enjoy. So I would say for this month,
Mm-hmm.
strive to be a person who
Mm-hmm.
can say no. And if you can't say a big hard no, like I couldn't say big hard no's, I had to go the soft no's. And a soft no is like, I would love to, but
I'm sorry.
yes, exactly. So that's what I will leave you guys with.
Okay. So thanks to all my audience. We are officially back, and I look forward to hearing all the comments that you guys have gathered from this. You can just, um, drop me a line, and for anything additional, we'll let you know what's coming. So be blessed and have a great day. And thanks, Dion, for being here.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Yeah, the pleasure was mine.